Yo, what's going on, everybody? Akeem here, and in today's Fix of Entertainment news, we have an update from Stephen King on Mike Flanagan's Dark Tower adaptation. When we can likely expect the first James Gunn DCU video game, let's drop it. Presented by Universal Orlando Resort and its new theme park, Universal Epic Universe. All right, now in an exclusive straight out of IGN FanFest during a roundtable discussion for the Monkey film, Stephen King was asked if he'd be interested in possibly contributing to Mike Flanagan's The Dark Tower adaptation, to which he had this to say.
I am a huge Tower junkie, and I'm hoping that you will indulge me. We obviously saw you add a little bit to the story of The Stand with that series, that Franny epilogue that you wrote. I'm very curious to know if you plan to do something similar with Mike Flanagan on the Dark Tower series.
All I can say is it's happening, okay? I am writing stuff now, and I think that's all I want to say, because the next thing you know, I'll stir up a bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily want to stir up yet. It's like I'm in process right now, and to say too much feels like a jinx.
So yeah, that's exciting news, right? For context, The Dark Tower is one of King's most celebrated works, and with him teaming up with Flanagan for his adaptation of the 8-book series, it is great news for fans of both artists. Now, just for clarity here, King is not involved in the writing process for Flanagan's Dark Tower, and even took to the social media site Blue Sky to clear things up in that regard. Now, his actual involvement remains to be seen. Now, the two have been collaborators for several years now, with Flanagan's screen adaptations of such iconic Stephen King books like Gerald's Game and Dr. Sleep. And Flanagan has already promised that his adaptation would stick very closely to the source material. Speaking to us here at IGN back in 2022, he said of The Dark Tower is, quote, "It is what it is perfect." He went on to say, quote, "It's a story about a tiny group of people, all the odds in the whole world are against them, and they come together. As long as it's that, it'll be fine, and there won't be a dry eye in the house." Now, no confirmation on what form Flanagan's Dark Tower will take, but we'll keep you posted as more information on this project comes to light. Moving right along, now if you're looking to see how James Gunn and Peter Safran pulled their versions of the DCU together across all media, including video games, well, it'll be a while in relation to connecting the dots within the realms of consoles and PC. Now, speaking at a DC Studios presentation attended by IGN, James Gunn and Peter Safran addressed when we can expect to see the DCU play out in video games, by saying it'll be a couple of years and that they're actively involved in some upcoming things we'll be seeing in the near future. Now, Safran addressed specifically how the process now works. Quote, "James and I sit with literally the guys that run the studios underneath JB, whether it's NetherRealm or whether it's Rocksteady, sit with them and talk about characters and stories that we're interested in and that they're interested in." He went on to say, quote, "Everything had been so siloed, and now that's completely broken down, and it's been great because it also applies to consumer products and experiences, and everything that DC touches runs up through us now, which is awesome." Now, this is good to hear that both Gunn and Safran will have final say on how things play out within the gaming space as it pertains to DC properties. Like maybe, with some more guidance and consultation, we won't end up with titles like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, just imagine, how that particular game might have played out had Safran and Gunn been involved in the development and direction of DC properties way back when, as that particular title was being developed. It'll be interesting to see how they plan on connecting movies, TV, and games within the DCU moving forward. And would you look at that? That about does it for your Fix of Entertainment news for today. Now that you're all caught up on today's news, please check out our previous episode or go watch our ID at Xbox Fan Fest, which took place earlier today. Now download the IGN app on all your devices, and for everything else, stick with IGN.